The Reign of Salatu. Even now, when the night is heavy and the forest whispers my name, I still hear the drums. Doom, doom, doom. They beat slowly, like the heart of something buried deep under the earth, something that remembers every name it ever took. That is how the Reign of Salatu began, and how it never truly ended. When I was 16, Mabira was a quiet village. We lived between the tall iroko trees and the wide river that fed our farms. Life was simple. Children chased goats through red dust, women sang while pounding yam, and men sat under the big baobab tree to talk about hunting in the rain. Then Salatu returned. He had gone to fight in the war, not our war, but the one far north where men killed each other for reasons they no longer remembered. When he came back, he walked with a limp. His left eye twitched. His voice was like dry leaves rubbing together. We welcomed him at first. My father said, "A man who has seen battle has already paid his debt to the ancestors." We brought him food and palm wine. But Salatu never smiled. He would sit outside his hut at night, staring at the forest, whispering songs no one else knew. Then strange things began to happen. One morning, the headman's goat vanished. No tracks, no blood, just gone. 2 days later, the pot of sacred oil at the shrine of Oho, the forest spirit, was found spilled, like something had fought there. Then Amina, the little girl who sold oranges by the path, went missing. Her mother searched until her feet bled. That night, old Mama Chidima said, "When a man walks with shadows, the shadows will begin to eat." The elders called a meeting. They decided to keep watch. But by morning the watchmen were gone too. Only their spears left standing in the ground, and red stains in the dust. That was when we first heard the drums. Doom, doom, doom. No one knew who beat them. The sound came from the deep forest, far beyond the farms, near the old war ground. The old people said, "Those are not drums for dancing. Those are drums for the dead." After that, the whole village changed. Women stopped singing at the river. Children no longer played after sunset. Men sharpened their machetes, but fear lived in their eyes. One night, I saw Salatu by the big baobab. The moon was pale, the air cold. He was humming a war song, low, broken, like something meant for the dead. His hands were wet, and I could smell blood. He turned to me slowly. His face was streaked with ash. "Do you hear them?" he whispered. "Who?" I asked. "The ones beneath the ground," he said, his voice shaking. "They call for more." I dropped my water pot and ran. When I told my mother, she tied a charm of cowries and palm fronds around my wrist. "The heart of a child is clean," she said. "The evil will pass you." But it didn't. That night, the drums were louder. The ground trembled with each beat. Doom, doom, doom. Then came the screams, from one end of the village to the other. I ran outside and saw shadows moving. Too many, too fast. Fires rose. The air was filled with smoke and fear. My father shouted for us to run. But before he could take another step, the door crashed open. Salatu stood there. He was holding a torch, his face red with blood and smoke. Behind him, others followed, men with empty eyes, like puppets with no souls. Their feet moved to the rhythm of the drums. Salatu's voice was calm. "The spirits are hungry," he said. "They must eat to rest." He looked at my mother. "You should be proud." "They chose your house tonight." Then he raised the torch. I don't remember how I escaped. I only remember the heat, the screams, and the forest tearing my skin as I ran. When the sun rose, I turned back from a hill. Mabira was gone. Only smoke, silence, and the crows circling above. I wandered from village to village, sick and broken. Some took me in, others chased me away, saying I carried a curse. They said the ghost of Salatu followed me, that I brought death wherever I went, but I knew the truth. Salatu was still alive. There were whispers. In another village, people spoke of a limping man who came at night, offering protection charms made from human bones. Where he stayed, people vanished. The drums followed him. Years later, I returned to where Mabira had been. Nothing remained but the baobab tree, blackened and hollow. Inside it I found bones, and carved into the trunk one word, Salatu. Now I live far away, but some nights when the wind comes from the forest, I hear them again. Doom, doom, doom. The rhythm of the dead, the song of a soldier who made peace with darkness. People say Salatu died long ago, killed by his own madness. But I have seen shadows move in the firelight, and I have heard the voice that says, they call for more. And I know, evil like Salatu does not die. It waits.